Okay, now, as promised, just roll your own time. So if you are interested in making one of these things for yourself, you can certainly do that. This is the schematic. And if you look here, you see that there's really only 3 parts on this one, but basically 2 main parts. One of them is the Arduino or some kind of variation of it, some type of motor driver, and up here is a power supply, which you may or may not need depending on how you do things. So this is all there is to the schematic for the automatic version using the L298, which is this guy, and the Arduino Nano here. Okay, so for the front end, we can use the Nano, which is this guy, and this is probably the best idea. It's small, it can easily fit on the perfbord, and it'd be easier to work with. Plus, it's also got the USB built into it, and it will produce 5 volts if you need it. So this is actually, and you can power it straight off the 12 volts that you have, so you don't need this 5-volt power supply up here. Okay, the next alternative would be just use the chip by itself. This is a 328. It's just nice and small. It'll just fit right on your board. But to use it, you're going to have this power supply up here because you're going to need 5 volts. Also, if you decide to use it with the standard 16 megahertz clock, so that you can use the Arduino bootloader, you'll need a crystal and 2 small capacitors. So it's minor actually, so it works either way. But this one up here, still, because it has the USB already built onto it, is probably the best choice. The other choice would be to use a full-scale Arduino, which is the Uno here. You can use it, works the same way as the Nano, and so it's just big. So if you try to put that on inside your car or bury it somewhere, can be done, but it's not as nice and as easy to work with as this one is. The other part you're going to need will be the motor driver part. This is the L298N. This is a standalone chip. You see the ins and outs. And I haven't actually tried using the chip by itself, but I know that I know you can buy it this way. Basically, it's this chip right here. See back where my thumb is. That's the L298 chip. You can also buy this entire device right here, which has a 5-volt power supply built onto it. Plus, and you just screw it into it. And if you look at the schematic over here, these ins, outs, and that kind of stuff are going to match what's on this board over here. So, so basically, you can go either way. You can go with this and use that, or use the chip by itself, or you can also go back and use the. You can also use the L293. This is the chip. Well, you can't see that. But anyway, this is the chip that I used in the motor drivers back in the old days that I've just kind of gotten away from. So you can use this thing, or you can go with this H-bridge here, this type here, which we use on the latest boards, using these TC40-420s. Any one of those will work as the output drivers, and I have various schematics. If you look at the different schematics, you'll see that every one of them has a front end section, and it's connected by 2 wires to the driver. So basically, you just replace one driver with another one, and copy the schematics that apply to that particular thing, and you got your driver. So what it comes down to is a front end and a motor driver. That's really all you need. This one does all the logic, and if you want an automatic, this is going to be the best way I found to do it so far, is using that chip there. Okay, guys, I think that's it. So that's the introduction to it. It shows what needs to be done. I'm going to put up all the schematics of all the various versions, so you can decide which way you want to go, which type of motor drivers you want to use, and also which type of front end you want to use, and then put them together. So maybe download all the schematics that tell you, and then look at the variations between one and another, and you can decide which one to use. Now we're going to look at a little thing I cobbled together here, just on a piece of breadboard, and it matches this. We don't need this because this guy here, the L298N, has a 5-volt power supply built into it. So here we go. Okay, here we have one assembled on a breadboard. This is your roll your own kind of thing, using the Nano here and the L298 over here. This I call the front end and this is the back end, but you can call it whatever you want to. This guy over here is a fan speed simulator. So right now we're on the low medium set, and the temperature inside here is 83 degrees now, so we have air conditioning. So if I want to set it up on 65, then that means that the blue light's going to come on and we're going to step up to a full high-speed fan. So if this was in the car, we'd be running high-speed fans right now. So I'll turn it back down to about 80 degrees so it'll match what the temperature actually is in here at the moment. And see, we go back to just a regular, the very low speed fan, and it'll stay there. Admittedly, this is not the neatest thing, this arrangement here, but it's just on a perfbord, on a breadboard, and I'm intending just to tear it back down as soon as we finish with this, because I'll have no further need for it. Okay, so that's about it. So good luck with this. Let me know how it works. If you have questions, just give me a shout. And like I said, everything's going to be put up on the website, and I'll give you links to it from the YouTube videos. And I'll put this video up. Also, I'll put up a video on how to calibrate the system, and also one about how it works. Okay. Okay, guys, that's about it. Good luck with this. Working out however you want to work. If you need help, give me a holler. You see, it's very straightforward. So you just have the two things, and you can mix and match them from the various types depending on how you want to set it up. Also, I have all the schematics and parts list, such stuff is up on the website. So I'll give you a link to those in the description. So anyway, you guys take care. Be safe out there, and happy motoring.